Nothing can beat the AirPods Pro. Wait, let me just rephrase that again. I mean, nothing can actually beat the AirPods Pro. Well, it's true and not true at the same time. Obviously, nothing year one beats the AirPods Pro when it comes to price point. With just as low as $99, you're in for a damn good looking earphone, which in my opinion, design wise, it does look better than the AirPods Pro. But again, I think it is just unfair to actually compare the Nothing Ear One to the AirPods Pro. It's not an Apple to Apple comparison. Get it? Hey, what's up everyone? Jimmy here. So in this video, I will take you through more details on my thought and my opinion on the Nothing Ear One after using it as my daily drive for the past couple of weeks. Bear in mind, when we talk about sound, this is very much subjective. Different people have different likings, so these are purely based on my personal opinion as someone who is not an audiophile, but mainly just using it for daily drive, watching YouTube, watching Netflix, editing purpose for my work, or attending con calls and meetings, or just simply enjoying music. So let's start with the shape and design of the case itself. The Nothing Ear comes with a square-shaped transparent case, and well, honestly, this is very much subjective as well. Some of you might like this type of case and some don't. Honestly, as for me, I'm not really a big fan of the square-shaped case because I think it's kind of bulky if I compare it to the other players such as the AirPods Pro or the Sony XM4 earbuds. Having said that, like I've mentioned before in my previous unboxing video of the Nothing Ear One, I really like the design and the appearance of the Nothing Ear so much so that I can actually disregard my concern on the shape of the case itself. Just take a moment and have a good look at it. To me, this is more than just an earphone. It's almost an art piece by itself. The clear transparent case showcasing every single detail and aesthetic of the design from different angle. I really don't see there's any other way to actually design it in a better shape or form. And I suppose if the case was meant to design like an AirPods Pro case or whatsoever, it might not look as pleasing or as nice as it is right now. But the main cons that I have with the Nothing Ear One case is the material that they use. I appreciate the tasteful design of the transparent case, but I don't really get why they don't want to add on an anti-scratch coating onto the acrylic transparent case.
That was the plan. Not a great plan.
You can actually see scratches are piling up on my case even just for a couple of weeks usage. And for your info, I have never dropped my case. I just put it into my bag or my pockets, and I have never put my case along with any keys or any other thing in my pockets or my bag. I mean, come on, Nothing. You have basically put in so much effort to design this masterpiece, and you are actually proud to, showcase the design itself with a transparent case. But what's the point if the case gets scratches easily over time? And don't tell me to actually get a protection case instead, because then your masterpiece will really just be for nothing. Anyway, let's talk about the case here. First of all, the good news is the case actually supports wireless charging, and this is definitely a plus point. On the side of the case itself, you actually see there's a button here beside the USB-C charging port. This is meant for pairing. The initial pairing is fairly simple. You just need to open the case, a green light in the case will light up, and this is indicating that it's ready to be paired. If you have your mobile device near you, a pop-up message will come out from your mobile device prompting you to actually connect it to the Nothing Ear One. If not, then you'll just have to simply press and hold the button on the side of the case here until it turns white color inside, and you have to pair it from your device itself. Now, do note that the earbuds needs to stay inside the case when you're pairing it. Also, one thing to be aware of is that the Nothing Ear One doesn't support multiple device pairing. So if you need to pair it to another device, what you need to do is put back your earphones into the case, press and hold the pairing button again on the case, and connect it to the new device. But once you have saved the Nothing Ear One in all of your devices, it'll be easier for you to move from one to another device on the later part. One thing that I do experience when I'm using my Nothing Ear One, and this actually happens to me twice or 3 times before. So there are times when I was connecting my Nothing Ear One to the laptop or my iPad, and when I got a call from my phone, I actually switched it to my mobile device and picked up the call. It works fine for the call, but as soon as I ended up the call and I used my phone to try and surf YouTube's, Instagrams or even Netflix and such, there is literally no sound coming out of my earphone. And at first I thought I was only connected to the calls and not to the audio, but when I double checked on my phone setting, it's actually connected to both the calls and audio. So what I did is basically disconnect my Nothing Ear to the Bluetooth and connect it back again, and it all runs back to normal again. Not sure if this happens to only to my particular unit or is it a human error or bug. If any one of you who owns a Nothing Ear, maybe you can let me know as well down in the comment section below if you have experienced anything similar to my case. Now, as for the appearance of the earbuds itself, well, the transparent stem still impressed me a lot. It's impressive how they are able to pull through such an aesthetically pleasing layout with complicated parts and components of the earbuds in the tiny available space without even leaving any visible glue or residue. More importantly, I think it just looks cool even having it on my ear. Now, let's get a bit more into the technical side of the product. Well, one of the most important things when it comes to a Bluetooth earphone is definitely the battery life. According to the written specs, the Nothing Ear One can actually last a total of 34 hours with multiple additional charges in the case, which I think is pretty impressive because it's almost the same amount of hours I get from my Sony XM4 earbuds that I have. While the AirPods Pro, I think they can only last for 24 hours with multiple charges, and bear in mind all these are based with ANC off. But having said that, I think what is more important is the hours of usage of the earbuds itself when it's out from the case. So I've tested out the battery life of the Nothing Ear One by binge watching a Netflix series, Manifest.
Excuse me, what exactly is the problem?
The problem, ladies and gentlemen, is you've all been missing, presumed dead for 5.5 years.
Let me know down in the comment section below as well if you guys have any movies or series that you know of or you're following right now. I just feel like it's kind of hard to come by any great movies or series since pandemic. Okay, now back to the Nothing Ear One. As I was mentioning, after watching the series non-stop for hours and hours, it finally died on me after 4 hours and 20 minutes. Now this is with the transparency mode on instead of the ANC mode. So I think the battery life is actually very close to AirPods Pro, whereas the Sony XM4 earbuds that I reviewed before, it can actually last a whole lot more than that. I think it can last about 8 hours with ANC on and 12 hours with ANC off, which I think is kind of overkill. Because honestly, up until now, I never actually have the need to, wear or put on my earbuds for that long period of time. Probably my ear will actually get sore before the battery die on me as well. Speaking of soreness, let's talk about the comfort and fitting of this Nothing Ear One. The Nothing Ear One felt quite comfortable. They are not that bad, almost similar to the AirPods Pro, but I actually took it off twice off from my ear for a good few seconds before I put it back in again while spending 4 hours and 20 minutes watching my series. Now let's talk about ANC features of the Nothing Ear One. Bear in mind that we are actually talking about an earphone that costs at $99. Now like I said, with the amount that we're paying, I think ANC feature is a bonus point. In fact, more than that, if you use the Nothing Ear app, you actually get the option to set the ANC features to light or maximum mode. This is very useful for those of you who don't really like, your ear getting pressured by the ANC features. But if you have to compare it to the AirPods Pro or XM4 earbuds, well, it's not really a fair comparison. And of course, it's not as good as any of them. Sony XM4 earbuds still takes the lead when it comes to ANC features. Now, for the control function of the earphone, I personally like the control gesture of the Nothing Ear One best, simply because I'm able to do both tap and slide gesture to the earphone. So you can double tap to play or pause the track, triple tap on either side of the earphone to skip or to go back to the previous track, long press to switch to the ANC mode or transparency mode, and slide on the stem up and down to turn up and lower down the volume. But there are no voice assistant in the Nothing Ear One, unlike the AirPods Pro or the XM4 earbuds. Now let's talk about the sound quality. The Nothing Ear One sounds okay to me. I mean, I can definitely get through it for watching movies or listening to different genre of music as well. And I can tell that they are trying to push more on the bass side without it being too overpowering. But when I compare it straight on with my Sony XM4 earbuds, there is a huge difference. The Sony XM4 earbuds makes the Nothing Ear sounded flat. The XM4 earbuds gives you an overall more balanced and pleasurable sound quality compared to the Nothing Ear, but on the other hand, just like the AirPods Pro, the Nothing Ear One actually produces a louder sound. Well, listening to music is one thing, but taking phone call is also an important part of a Bluetooth earphone. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to show the mic test for the Nothing Ear One. Now, testing the call quality for the Nothing Ear One. I'm paired with my iPhone 11 and the environment here right now is quite quiet. I think there is a slight rain outside, it's just drizzling, but not sure if you can hear it from the earphone itself. But yeah, this is how it sounded like in a quiet environment. Now, I have my noise simulator turned on and this is how it sounded like with background noise around, still paired with the iPhone 11. Okay, this time I'm connected to my Android phone with the Nothing Ear One, and this is how the sound quality would sounded like in a quiet environment. Now, I have my noise simulator turned on at the background. So this is roughly how it sounds like with the call quality when I'm using my Nothing Ear connected to an Android phone around a noisy background simulator. So let me know down in the comment section below which one of these actually sound best when it comes to internal mic quality. The app feature of the Nothing Ear One are pretty simple and direct. The app's layout also looks aesthetically pleasing and it's also very user-friendly. So on the homepage of the app, you'll see a huge visual of the left and right earphone with the battery status written just below it. Now if you are wearing the earphones with you, the battery status will only show you the left and right battery, but if you want to see the amount of battery left of your case, then you'll have to rest the earphones onto the case itself. Down at the bottom, there is also two different control buttons that you can set, the Hear and Touch. Hear is basically for you to control the hearing experience you want to get out of your Nothing Ear One, and Touch is basically to control the gesture options of your earphone. One thing that I have to point out here is that just like the AirPods Pro, the Nothing Ear do comes with a preset equalizer, which means you can choose the different preset EQ provided, but you don't have the freedom to actually customize your own version of EQ like in the Sony Headphones Connect app. So if you click onto the three dots at the upper right, it will take you to an advanced feature page, and here you get to customize your earbud functions furthermore. You get to turn on and off the in-ear detection mode, or even to select to a lower latency mode. This is very useful for those of you who are using it for playing games or watching movies. On top of that, there is also a Find My Earbuds features, which comes in handy if you are the type of person who are forgetful. It will basically make a loud noise from the earbuds that went missing, so you get to know where it's last placed. Now, I think I have pretty much covered as much as I can about the Nothing Ear One. So to summarize it all, here's my verdict purely for the Nothing Ear One. Starting with the cons. The cons number one, the shape of the case is bulky and it's not coated with scratch proof, which is a bummer for such a beautiful piece of earphone. Cons number two, it doesn't come with multiple pairing device. Cons number three, well, it's the issue that I'm facing with my unit here about sometimes not having any sound coming out from my earphones when I switch from one device to another after a call. And again, this could be a human error or it's just a minor bugs that can be easily fixed as soon as they got a firmware update. But other than that, I really have not much to complain about product. I mean, it costs that $99, which now brings me to the first pros of the Nothing Ear One. it is definitely an affordable piece of earphone with a high quality aesthetic and design. So pros number 2, it comes with a wireless charging case. Pros number 3, it's the battery life that is comparable with the AirPods Pro. And pros number 4, it comes with ANC features and the transparency mode features as well. Pros number 5, you get to actually adjust the pressure of the ANC features of the earphone itself. So pros number 6, I think above all of it, I still think that the biggest pros of the Nothing Ear One is that it looks damn nice compared to any other earphones out there in the market as of now. Overall, I think the Nothing Ear One has actually done a pretty impressive job. Seriously, for a new brand that just came into the market, selling their initial launch product at a cost of only $99, and yet all around the world you literally see that people are actually comparing it with the AirPods Pro or some other earphones that are double or triple the price itself. This actually says something about the earphone. So yeah, for those of you who are actually looking for a budget earphone that can accommodate your daily use, I'd say the Nothing Ear One is actually one of the best budget earphones as of now in the market. But for others who are actually looking for a better and more pleasurable music listening experience, well, I think you probably have to bump up your budget and lean more towards the Sony XM4 earbuds or some other earbuds that is more expensive, I guess. Well, that's all for the video. I hope you guys enjoy it, and if you find this helpful, do give a like, share and comment. Let me know your feedback, or if there's any other thing that you'd like me to discuss about. I'll be more than happy to hear your thoughts. Also, do follow me on Instagram to get more updates and subscribe for more.